This is 9 News, live across Perth and WA with Matt Tinney.
Good afternoon. A war of words has erupted over a sexual joke about Julia Gillard on a menu at a Liberal Party fundraiser. Today, the Prime Minister hit back after jetting into Perth. Nine's Peter Kapsanis reports.
Well, Matt, Julia Gillard arrived in Perth today with education reform for WA at the top of her agenda, but it was overshadowed somewhat after...
Former Eagle star David Wirapunda is switching codes from footy to federal politics. He's announced he'll stand for a seat in the Senate. Nine's Josh Yerga has more. A man suspected of raping a Perth woman in Bali has been shot while being arrested by Indonesian police. The 30-year-old was arrested on Monday after a 6-week search. He's accused of forcing the Perth woman to open the safe in her room, holding a knife to her throat and sexually assaulting her as family members slept nearby. Indonesian police say they had to shoot the suspect in the leg because he tried to run off. We're about to show you new technology which is being used to monitor WA's most dangerous sex predators. The group of offenders has been fitted with GPS tracking devices. Nine's crime reporter Andrew Nelson explains how they work.
Matt, GPS devices are now tracking the movements of 16 sex offenders who've been released back into the community. The monitoring system went live last month.
Perth is playing host to a Hollywood megastar with Arnold Schwarzenegger breezing into town. Casually strolling into Crown Perth, the actor plans to keep active during his stay, requesting an exercise bike for his hotel room. The 65-year-old is a guest speaker at a business summit at the Convention Centre tonight. Arnie flies to Sydney tomorrow. Now, Tim McMillan joins us live from Armidale ahead of tonight's Your Suburb, Your Voice forum. And Tim, how are preparations going?
Pretty good, thanks, Matt. Everything is in place. We're now less than 2 hours away from the first of our community forums, Your Suburb, Your Voice. It's the turn for the people of Armidale tonight, a chance for them to come down and thrash out the issues that matter to them most. It should be a lively evening.
And Tim, what are some of the big issues that will be discussed tonight?
Well, people have had a chance to fill out a survey on the WA Today website over the past few weeks, and overwhelmingly crime was the #1 concern for residents here. That's perhaps not a great surprise, but look, nothing is off limits tonight. We've got representatives from local council, from state government, from federal government, emergency services, public transport, youth affairs, Indigenous affairs. So really everything is open for discussion tonight, and hopefully at the end of it we'll be able to put into place some action for some positive change.
Sounds like it. Thanks very much for that, Tim.
Thanks, Matt.
Still to come in Nine's afternoon news. A Perth taxi driver pleads for help to catch his attacker. Plus, Prince Charles gives us an update on the condition of his father, Prince Philip. In sport, an Aussie cricketer allegedly involved in an alcohol-related incident. And meet the man who's lost more than 100 kilos by shopping at a discount store.
Good afternoon. Adam taking a check of your traffic for the drive home, and an earlier prank southbound on the Kwinana Freeway at Mill Point Road. Really slowing things down back to around Hay Street at the moment. Further south, picks up at Farrington to Berrigan Drive. Northbound on the Mitchell, a 4-car praying at Warwick Road, causing a lot of headaches through there as well. Start the car. The IKEA sale is on now. Hurry in for great savings across the store. It's Adam. More traffic tomorrow on Today.
You're watching Nine's afternoon news live from Perth. A Perth taxi driver has been threatened with a knife, assaulted and robbed in Como. The 33-year-old driver dropped off a passenger about 11:30 last night. Then a yellow ute pulled up next to him on Barker Avenue. A man got out of the ute and demanded money before punching the cabbie in the head.
I count 3. If you don't give me money, I will just kill you on the spot. Yeah, so I was so scared. I said, the money is in the door.
The attacker is described as 180 centimetres tall with a solid build. Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall have headed to the Scottish border for their latest royal engagement. The couple greeted locals but is still being kept up to date on the health of the Duke of Edinburgh.
He's better, thank you so much, thank you.
Prince Philip is expected to remain in hospital for up to 2 weeks while he recovers from stomach surgery. Sport now with Tyson Beattie. And Tyson, Aussie cricketer Dave Warner in trouble again.
Well, Matt, the Aussie opener just can't seem to stay out of it. First a Twitter rant, now a good old-fashioned pub fight. Warner has been suspended for tonight's Champions Trophy tournament against New Zealand after he allegedly punched English batsman Joe Root at a bar in Birmingham. It followed Australia's big loss to England in Game 1 of the Champions Trophy, and Warner was fined after comments on Twitter about journalists last month. And the Aussies take on New Zealand shortly, so we'll bring you more news at 6. And just briefly in basketball, San Antonio has won Game 3 of the NBA Finals over the Miami Heat. And good to see Aussie Paddy Mills get some playing time. The Spurs lead 2-1 in the best-of-7 series. Matt.
All right, thanks for that, Tyson. Your full weather forecast with Sally Ayhan is coming up. But first, a man in the US has lost more than 100 kilos by shopping at a 99-cent budget store. He claims his method will do favours for your waistline and your hip pocket. If only we had a few 99-cent stores, Sal. Now, looking at the weather, it's been pretty dry today, but there is rain on the way.
Yeah, it looks like finally that change will roll in tomorrow, Matt. I've got all the details after the break, so stay with us. Hello there, welcome back. We got to a top of 19 degrees today, an overnight low of 10 with a bit of cloud, but mostly clear tonight. We've got a high pressure system tracking east and a low pressure trough. So, Matt, we're getting down to 5 degrees on Tuesday.
Very cool, but a good weekend at least. Thanks very much for that, Sal. Amelia Adams is next with the rest of the afternoon news. Here's what's coming up. The Liberal Party in hot water over a sexual slur about Julia Gillard. Plus, details of our exclusive interview with rock star Joel Madden after his drug bust. And Ricky Martin ups the ante ahead of The Voice grand finale. I'm Matt Tinney. See you tomorrow.